Hey, welcome everyone. The purpose of this call and this video is to tell exactly the reason why it is so absolutely important to act in haste and urgency in building this business, and why exactly we're doing this. What is the definite purpose for yourself and for the company? Okay, so Vipclub is an elite division of the Wealth Podium. We basically sell $250 memberships to access educational and software products for people who want to build wealth as a hedge against the currency change, not only here in the U.S. but in other countries as well. Okay, so as the currencies change over and the world economies change. If you're not aware that there's been a change in currency here, I'm going to kind of go over the articles on there in a moment. We have to have a way to protect our income against that. So, having a salary job and a day-to-day business is great. It's great for now, but unless you're accruing a massive amount of savings and then kind of diversifying that in hard assets, then you do have a substantial risk, or at least losing your cash flow. So this is going to generate a cash flow income for you, a cash flow income, constant cash flow that you could be paid for however you like. Okay, so not just in one form of currency, it could be paid in many forms. So I want to talk a bit about some examples of this right now. So kind of read this article here. So this is actually from Exogen, April 3rd, 2014. Today, the Treasury Reserve Note, TRN, the new US dollar, was affected. This is a historic moment for our humanity, as the funds that were released globally yesterday are now live and in denomination of the new US dollar. The TRN is on screens. The Federal Reserve dollar is being exchanged over the counter in Europe first. This is occurring before the U.S. begins the exchange in the coming week. The current cash dollar will devalue somewhat, but it will not be a high rate as expected in the 3 to 4% rate based on the OTC bank charges. The old Fed dollar deposit accounts is expected to be discounted 45% against the TRN. Being gold-backed, the TRN, Treasury Reserve Note, will actually prevent the economic collapse predicted by so many, as it offsets the devaluation and keeps the devaluation to a small percentage as above. All financial events are confirmed for next week, inclusive of the revaluation. The former global announcement of the TRN, Treasury Reserve Note, the global currency reset, and the global reset will occur on April 6th, 2014. The news will be carried on CNN and other major networks. The amount of funds coming out of the system into mainstream economies will ramp up very quickly into the expected hundreds of billions. So as you probably are aware, we're here on August 30th, 2014 now. This didn't happen as far as you know or I know, right? I didn't hear anything about it on the news. I mean, I don't actually, I don't believe that this was publicized on anywhere that I saw. So, it didn't happen. But there's another article that I'm going to be covering here in a moment that is actually not on mainstream news. Okay, and this actually did happen. Okay, so this link is going to be posted here in the video. You can go back and take a closer look at it yourself, so you can kind of see where it was from. But let's just cover this private document here. April 25th, 2014. Below is from some very high up contacts in the banking system. Now, again, this is not on mainstream news. I don't even think you could do much of a search on Google and find a lot of information. So what you believe is what you believe. I can't control that. You can only believe what you believe. All right. I'm just here to kind of present you what the information that I have and what I believe. All right. So the TRM news has now landed. TRN news has now landed. Okay. This is August 25th, 2014. Over the past couple of weeks, we had some false starts concerning the release of the new United States Treasury Reserve Note currency. This Treasury Reserve Note, TRM, that replaces the Federal Reserve Note, the FRN, that we all carry with us today in our pockets for currency. The new currency is asset-based, including gold, minerals, and oil, similar assets. So it's a gold-backed currency, the new one. So the objective of this note is not to offer a full explanation of the impact of the TRM or anything like that, but just the historic bond market. What we know is that the contracts have been held up pending final resolution of this new currency. So this is from some business people that are in very high level positions involved in this form of the market. And from what I understand, it's actually been begun on the high level trades in between. Usually like one country buys oil from another country, they use the Federal Reserve Note. Now they're using the Treasury Reserve Note. So it's not here in the U.S. in the form of daily spending yet, but it just means it's live, it's happened, and it's not being publicized. They don't want you to know this. So let's talk about solutions. What's the solution? All right, why are we here? The Wealth Podium and the VIP Club, and please go back and watch the demonstration as to why exactly, how exactly this works. I'm not going to go into full demonstration right now, but the Wealth Podium and the VIP Club is going to give you, its members, the ability to hedge itself a cash flow income against this change in currency. So I really I don't know if my voice is coming across as urgent or as serious as it should. Like I should scream sometimes over the video, but I really want to do it with a smile, and I'm happy because I'm encouraged because we do have a solution here. Okay, and it's actually an exciting opportunity. But my only fear is that we don't get it out to enough people fast enough. Okay, because my real concern is that people that are believers, that are good, hardworking people, they don't know what the solution is, and maybe they don't even know what's coming, and even if they do, they don't know what to do about it. So we've got to get this in their hands. All right, so this is the true vehicle for them to earn that passive, consistent $12,000 a month income. And I know it says dollars here, but it's and that's how it's measured right now. But it can be done in another form of currency because we're using processors, the processor of your choice, international processor of your choice, to pay you with. Okay, so a short 15 to 30 days, you're gonna have a $12,000 a month income. It's going to compound to $35,000 a month, I would say, by January 1st when we open up the VIP 1000. Okay, so it's absolutely urgent to get this done. I don't know how long it's going to take for that Treasury Reserve Note to be in your hands here as you're spending money, in everyday spending. I don't know. I have no idea. But all I know is it's live, it's real. Okay, so this is what you got to do. You got to get two people as good as you or better than you, and they got to do the same. That's the absolute minimum that you must do to get qualified in this business. It only takes 126 members. That's it. 126. Okay? 126 people qualified, and you've got your $12,000 a month income. It's really that simple. It's essential that we act now. It's time to act with haste. We are at a great monumental time in history and humanity, with greater opportunity than ever been given before with this amazing tools and internet and communication, instant communication with around the world. I mean, there's people listening to this call from other countries around the world, from continents that I could imagine even talking to, and here they are listening live. And this video is going to reach people around the world as well. So it's so absolutely important that you take this seriously. We have adopted a new lead system as well. It's called the MLM Recruit on Demand. So for those who just don't know, you just don't know people, you don't know two people, or calling friends and family is just not your thing, or they're just not right for this business. That's fine. We've got a $15 lead system, $15 one time. You're going to get unlimited leads and a web-based customer relationship management tool to give you the ability to basically host all your leads in one place, and a script to read off that actually works. And remember, you're just getting two people as good as you or better than you. So yeah, you're going to have to make some calls and leave some messages, but nothing happens, without taking action and setting a goal first, and then having a plan to see it out. So I'm not telling you this is easy. I'm not telling you this is a free ride. It's not. But there is a massive momentum shift happening right now. So step up to the plate and start taking some swings. Really, you don't take swings at all, you're not going to make any contact. You do make contact, just the right contact with the right two people, you're going to be in business. Okay, you're going to be in business. You're going to first of all have your money back very fast, and you're going to start building your profit here, your residual earnings, by leveraging the work of others. So I highly recommend getting this as well, the $15 lead system to manage your business. You get a CRM, customer relationship management tool. You also get an autoresponder included, so you can customize your autoresponder. It's unbelievable. You do not have to pay another dime for this. Now, you want to upgrade later, you can. You want to, that way you don't have to make the calls, leave the messages, actually have them calling you. So really, I just want to say thank you. I have a grateful heart. Infinite Intelligence is working behind the scenes for us, and I believe our subconscious minds are all connected in as one together to achieve this definite purpose and definite aim. And yeah, sometimes it seems like you're digging, you're trying as hard as you can, and you're not quite there. But you always remember the story from Think and Grow Rich. The miner that got all his equipment, put his whole life savings into digging for gold, and it took him, $30,000 in equipment, dug for gold, found nothing, and then eventually sold all his equipment off to the junkyard and left. The junkyard went out and took the equipment back to an assayer who actually assayed for gold. They started digging again, and then that junkyard man ended up finding the vein of gold, and it usually ended up being the largest vein of gold ever discovered in the U.S. I think it was in Texas somewhere. But it's a story from Think and Grow Rich. Remember that, and remember that 99% of people are going to quit when they're 3 feet from gold. Okay, so be in that 1%, because really we're at a very critical time right now. Now is the time. Now is your chosen time. Now is your salvation. I want to say thank you so much for your valuable time and listening to this video today. Signing off. We'll see you at the very top.